Hello, good evening. It's very nice to talk here again after like months. I guess that I never talk like this. I think the reason, not really because I'm too busy in the couple of weeks, years, but it seems like that I feel a little bit, you know, you say it's a lazy. Yeah, I just feel not really excited. Really, there are many exciting moments, but yeah, you know that I am really need to make myself back on track and improve my speaking English basically. So I talking right now not very well, as you can see that even even though I already learned almost 3 months in the global English, but the result not very as good as I expected. Mostly that it because my fault. I don't learn very well there, and it just feel that I'm overwhelmed sometimes. That that I'm crazy to another stuff, so I leave my English behind. But now I just want to to set a period, what to say it, something that very crucial and substantial to your priority into the text again, and make this kind of video to talk about 20 minutes in English. And the things there what make me a little bit overwhelmed, because that people said that my intonation not very good when I'm speaking, and pronunciation is very harsh, and I know that is kind of my weakness. Yeah, when I learn English it's very hard to speak with like a native, but probably I'm not have that good voice or something like that to speaking, and I need to practice more. And yeah, I met a group, fan book club, a couple weeks ago with some of my friends, and it's very great. And we have a meeting like once a week, and it's a very nice to gather with them, even though that sometimes I just feel dizzy, and I don't know, it just seems like that only myself that uh, really profound about this club, and another people that seems like they don't really care. So basically that I make they tight in this circumstance, and that sometimes that I just feel um, what you said is feel wrong, that you feel guilty, I feel guilty to to force them to gather into the club. And but if I didn't make an effort like this, basically our club just didn't work. As you can see that I got my haircut like weeks ago, and it's not that very amazing. I don't really like the way the barber shop cut my hair. So basically it's okay, even though I'm not really what do you say this, satisfied with the surface, but it's great. And yeah, I want to talk a little bit about our gathering in our club yesterday. We talked about mindful eating. What is mindful eating? Mindful eating is when you immerse yourself into the food that you eat every day. And it's from myself, from my perspective, it's very similar with yoga. When you devote yourself into that something seriously, and then you think about it very deeply. When I come to food, that you think about the ingredients of the food, the substantial of this food, and then the nutrient that contains in this food. And then also when you chew the food, you chew it carefully, like 40 times or probably more, so it make easy for your gut to process this food inside your gut. And very amazing perspective for me, because we not only consider a food as resources of our nutrients so we can survive, but the food is something bigger than, when we want to explore it and experience these foods. And then we realize that there are many people that really related into this food, which we eat in front of us. We just stay there. into our plate. So basically, we need to think about the farmers who cultivate these fruits or vegetable, or that another farmer that probably hurts these livestock like meat or something like that. And we also think that how our foods really impact to environment, and also about the social, about inequality and something like that. So the food is really a complex, is not that really we have this privilege to eat this kind of foods, and we know about the ingredients, we know about the nutrients, but also we need to acknowledge ourselves about what the meaning behind this food into our society or our environment. So basically, I think it's a very something great perspective that I can learn from this mindful eating, and I loved it. But I think I don't want to share more about it, and probably I want to talk about this speaking for IELTS 3, and this is I think to learn for the IELTS question. So I guess that it's very easy for me to learn from this book than I should talk about something to to really force my brain into some idea that is very hard. So make me feel that I not really enjoy when I'm speaking when I speak in the language. So then yeah, there are many questions here, and so when I read some sample questions and I give my answer about that, I want to do it randomly. So basically, that I pick one question and then I answer it by myself. Hopefully that I can that make my speaking better from these methods. I just want to try the new methods because I think the previous method seems like a little bit boring to me. So yeah, I needed something new that I try. It's very I hope it become very sophisticated methods. What you say it in other words, it's like cutting edge. Even though I believe that is I believe that is very it's very appropriate to say it into technology term, not that something that very about the methods or something like that. Okay, the question is, what the advantages do university bring to society? Well, I want to answer this question. What the benefits of the university? I think there are many benefits from the university to the society. First, that university is the place that many scientists and academics that learn, and then they share their ideas. So basically, it's very important to bring new innovation and cutting edge technology that very important to human society, because you know that when we have kind of disease like a COVID-19 or another disease, I think that people who learn technology and another subjects like chemists, medicines, and biology, they tend to go into university to learn that stuff before they become a scientist themselves. So basically, it's very important to us to maintain our human survival from this institution. And another thing that I think is very important for us is already that now that our society very influenced by this institution. That many we know that philosopher and sociologists and people who are willing to devote themselves into social issue and political. They learn this stuff in the university, and it's very important. And also it's also make people become aware about their surroundings, because the university can help them to learn deeply not only about the subject about science subjects, but also more about the social life. And also in this place they can meet another people which is from different backgrounds. So it's very impactful into our society to make a better society, even though of course there are many things that we need to criticize from this institution. But from my perspective, it's still that the university, that's one of the great thing that one of the most extremely valuable thing that we have today. I guess that I didn't answer the question correctly and very well, but I think that yeah, I just try to become calm to answer the question right. And another, what are the disadvantages of having fixed daily routines? So basically, what are the advantages of having a fixed daily routine? Well, in my opinion, that the advantage is because we feel bored easily. That because routine, that it means that we woke up in a certain time and then take a shower, and then probably we go to work and then doing something else. It just feels that a boring life, and I think that many people don't really enjoy this kind of life. And also, I think that we need more experience, but the routine don't really offer much about it. So I think that routine or really have many disadvantages. For it's make us feel bored, and then it's not really it's our knowledge about something new, and then I think it limits our social life because when we have a routine, we tend to together with the same person, and we don't try to new experience and new circle to meet people. We need to to expand not only our knowledge but also our social life, our friends, our relatives. So basically that there are the advantages, the drawbacks from this lifestyle, which is very related to sedentary lifestyle. So I guess that yeah, this is the drawbacks from very fixed daily routines. But of course, there are some benefits too. I believe that it really make our life become on the track, and it's very easy to maintain, and that not really chaotic, and sometimes that daily routine make peaceful for certain of people. And I know friends that really enjoy his daily life with a routine, like wake up in the 6 in the morning and going to the work at the 7 and then back to the work and then doing a little bit on television, and then the life is just like that, and that's okay to him, and it seems like that he is happy with his life. Even though I really that I want to look into something different, that's something more in the first in my opinions. And yeah, and another question is, some people say that working from home will be quite common in the future. Do you agree? And I certainly agree with that. I think working from home is very cuts our footprint, our carbon footprint. So basically, it's a very great idea to preserve environment and make a better world. And I think this reason alone is more than enough to emphasize, to encourage people work from home. But of course, there are another the advantages from this behavior that I think it will make this become more common in the future, because work from home, it means that a lot of time can be spent with a family and or friends or another relative. So basically it's balancing, it can balance our life from work and social life. So it's very great idea. And then I'm also believe that another advantages is it's make people become more productive, since that they don't need to make a gossip in the office, and then they can cut their time when go from home into the office, so they don't need to use another transportation vehicle or public transportation. So basically it's a very great idea to someone who works from home, and still become something that common in the future. And another question is, high school students should wear uniform. Do you agree? No, I don't. I didn't share same idea with it. I believe that the children should use whatever they want into the school. Even though of course we need to make some regulation that an appropriate uniform or appropriate clothes that they can wear into the school. So I think that we need to emphasize more freedom in a school, that the children can express themselves better than older generation are, because that at that moment it become very irrelevant to to emphasize them to use kind of uniform into the school. So basically that I'm really disagree that children use a uniform into the school. The another question is, do you agree that English should be the main language of international agents? I think English is already become the international language, and because we already at this point, so it's very I think there's not another there are no other option to make English not become main language from international um, transaction or international relations. So basically, I share an idea that English is international language, and that we should be okay with it, even though it means that some culture will become less influence than before. But I think it's because it's already happened in the world, so it's better to maintain it this way than we try to find another solution which is not really as good as probably we expected. So yeah, I think that the English should be the main language. And then another question is, some people say that people help others more in the past than they do now. Do you agree or disagree? I really depends on the perspective what kind of help is. Um, it's very hard to answer for me because I really don't have any clear idea about it. But yeah, I think that yeah, I think the old generation that tend to help each other because they have this strong big community value than our society today. But it's not that mean that it's something good. I mean that I kind of natural about it. So basically, you can help people, but also you need to give your efforts and your life into other more than we in the modern time, which is quite more individuals in the past. But in my opinion, that individuals not as bad as media or a common belief. I think there are benefits from individuals. So I think the individuals bring freedom. It is very great, and also the individuals bring many choices to people, what kind of life they want to live, and all that stuff. And then another question is, I think it becomes the last question. Um, what will cars be like in the future? So basically, I believe that electric cars become more common in the future because concern of environments nowadays, that we when we learn when we hear a news from whether from classic news like television or social media platforms, that we hear a lot of whether it's government activists on public generally concerns about environment. And I think that the cars producer really looks into an opportunity to fulfill these desires from many aspects of people life, to encourage themselves produce to invent into a car that more and eco-friendly. So electric car is one kind of them, and it will become more common in the future. And I even have I have believed that this will change our future. And I think that people no longer use that oil based cars, gas so there, because the fossil fuels not very good to environments, and it's because also limited energy. But I think we need to be careful when we decide about this, whether we want to completely move into these electric cars and abandon another kind of cars, because we also need to do more research and add more knowledge about how impactful this new car into our environment, because you know that to make a battery, that's very important substance into this car, electric car. We need to mine cobalt and another that substance, chemical substance that probably can disrupt the balancing of environment. So this is my answer. It's very nice to finish that more than 20 minutes to speaking in the language, and I think that I want to do another thing right now. And yeah, I will. I think that I'm not very good to speak today. I don't really know. I not really enjoy it really, but yeah, I try to make a best effort for it. And I want to say that thank you for my staff and for you. Okay,